and 60 imps, but there are still 32 boards to go, and we have seen in the match between Monaco and England that suddenly these stars can collapse and give away 40-50 imps.
Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, John, and Andy Winnock will join us soon.
Yeah, hello, Peter and June.
Good morning, welcome, Andy.
So we only have one match left in the Open for the semifinals.
Okay, almost two. We are on board one here and still have another segment with 16 boards.
Yeah, no, I meant as far as the number of teams playing, it's just these two now fighting it for the final playoff spot. Italy is already in. This is a fun hand anyway for North-South to get to 6 clubs.
I think once we decide to open this one no trumps, which is fairly normal, it's going to be very difficult to get 6 clubs especially when the opponent's bid something, it takes away the bidding room. Note that Steve chose to bid 3 spades showing shortness rather than 3 clubs. I suppose Nor can imagine that South has to have a second suit for this particular auction.
But even with a 5-1 break in hearts, I think he'll survive. He'll lose 2 heart tricks and the ace of clubs, and that's all.
Yeah, if he has control of communication, he's got an extra trump compared to the opponents. So, of course, I guess the play will be queen of hearts, then just a club. He has the diamond king to control that suit, and he can just ruff a spade and keep spade clubs.
Well, for a team needing a big swing, that hand could have provided one by, and as it was Levin's want, he opened one no trump, and that seemed to kill any chances to get to the club slam. At the point of the game, they have to start thinking about being able to pick up ground someplace.
In the bidding now, these two hearts ask for pass or correct between the majors.
As we can see, North-South had some play for 3 clubs, but they never got into the auction.
And 3 diamonds by East-West is a very fine contract, so no harm done. The problem is to defeat 2 hearts. I think it will be tough.
Made it a lot tougher by not leading a trump. North is a-third, and it's very normal against these passive correct options to cut down on the opponent's strength, which in this auction is in their trump suit. They know that West has longer spades, and that will likely need to rough them out. You're looking at ace-8-4, and so it looks like a trump lead is very normal. The damage done by a low heart lead, then taking the ace of spades when you get in, and ace of hearts and another heart, means that there could be no spade ruff in the dummy.
And the spade ruff in dummy is the 8th trick if the player plays for it.
It looks like there's no other choice, so yeah, the spade is being played here. From a defensive point of view, North is deciding whether to fly or not here. I suppose it's possible for West to have, say, the king of spades instead of the king of diamonds.
But as we can see, if North take the ace of spade and play ace of heart and another heart, then the player will have an easy run. He goes to his hand on the queen of diamond, off a spade, back on the king of diamond, take the jack of hearts, and 2 diamond tricks. So that's not the way to defeat. If North-South ties a forcing game, then the player probably will have 6 trump tricks and 2 diamonds.
So going back to Yoon's original point, it looks like a trump lead was necessary.
I might be wrong, as so often before, but for me it looks like Hayemo is favored to make his contract now.
So an unfortunate result coming from the other table of 5 spade double down. Yeah, too many for 1400 at the other table.
There's almost 1,000 too many.
So they needed to bid the club slam just to keep even with the other room.
As is familiar probably by now to the specs, North-South plays flannery to diamonds, showing a limited hand.
But I really don't understand the bidding in the closed room.
Continuing, so South makes a normal 3 diamond preempts for this systemically, but also the colors are right for this kind of bid. It depends on your flavor and style, but when you hold this kind of hand and you're white against red, you don't worry too much that partner has a decent hand with 5 of a major. You worry that the opponents have such a hand, which they do.
Well, did you see Kit's write-up saying that the 1400 may be taken back on board 1?
This Reno will not be a success for East-West.
Some work to do. The club suit is sitting all wrong for him, as well as the heart suit.
Notice that South Korea had a bit of a surprise, and that surprise is that King Jack third of hearts. If you make these offbeat preempts, you should always hold something in reserve for the player to get wrong. Now in this hand, although it looks like there are many possible tricks, the spade suit will be killed, North will be obviously ducking, and after that there's no entry to the West hand because the ace of clubs will also be ducked until it can crush the king of clubs. What signals do North-South play at trick 2? Presumably they usually play Smith, but this looks, does King, Queen, Jack, 10, Fifth count as the running suit in dummy? In which case, it should be count.
I expect we are looking at something like 3, 4, 500 for North-South here.
With the fairly strong spade suit in the West hand, 4 spades is not too bad, and certainly a lot better than 3 no trumps. Not that 4 spades is making either. I've been told that the 2 spades here is standard count. That does look like a particularly threatening dummy suit. The gain, of course, of knowing the right count is that you don't necessarily need to overweight ducking. North can safely take the second spade round.
Yeah, the card says that they play standard count on the opponent's leads.
Yes, but for sure they also play Smith's Echo. And
they do.
The 2 of spades is not a
it's clear. Smith Echo, unless it's clear that the suit position is clear. Otherwise, they suit preference at that point. And there goes the hand. So if they played Smith Echo, then Weinstein was at fault for playing the 2 of spades, because that said he had good spades, good diamonds. If they play count, then Levin is wrong because he knew what the situation was.
Right, yeah, so note also that North-South do play attitude leads against no trumps. So although it was a 4th fast lead, looking at it, really it meant I'm not so keen on diamonds. So looking at this particular dummy, I think it really should be count, and that's what Kit said when I asked him.
I totally agree with you.
The problem from the defensive perspective is this scary 3-heart bid. Partner has bid a preemptive 3 diamonds, and if they have a more normal 3 diamond bid, a non-surprise type, as I suggested earlier, well, if they had King Queen 6, King Queen 10 6, they might have led the king. Ace Queen 10 6, sorry. They might have led a lower diamond spot instead of the 5 because they play attitude leads. Moreover, I simply can't believe that this isn't a count situation. Still, maybe we should criticize too much in that North thinks that even with the spade tricks, the clearer does not have enough tricks. That if partner had hearts controlled, they still have hearts controlled, and they will still beat the contract. An interesting question for the audience, although we always say that we should always play to make and so on, sometimes when the contract was pretty hopeless to start, we can get a big pickup by minimizing under tricks. You are vulnerable after all, and in not particularly good contracts. You can hope here that North doesn't have any more diamonds. It would be unexpected, and that South doesn't have the club ace, also perhaps unexpected. So you can try and play on clubs to minimize your under tricks. Note, as Kit says, if you play them on clubs through North, you just keep playing them, and North will eventually be end played into playing the heart for you anyway. So if the King of Hearts is on side, the King of Hearts is always on side. You can maybe make the decision later whether you go up to 4 down 1, or try to play to make. I think the club play at this point is very good.
When East now play a club, South is forced to discard a diamond, I think.
So as we can see,
so he'll get his heart as in the end.
So a nice piece of escape for Helmus on that one.
Yes, down 1 is a very decent result for East-West. I have expected 400.
So South may do best by playing the ace of spades and the queen of spades. And that way when North gets back in, he can lead a third spade to kill the dummy before they can establish a diamond ruff. He might also be able to switch to the queen of clubs after winning the ace of spades, cash 2 clubs, and then switch to the spade. But then West still gets a pitch on the heart. So with 4 spades and 3 hearts and a diamond trick coming in, he should be able to make his contract without too much problems.
Thanks, Andy Peter. I'm actually going to move to the other room. In the seniors, there's a close match going on, and I'll be commentating with David. Thanks, all.
All right, you take care. Have fun with that match.
I'm looking at the defense here. The spade lead, for sure, was a very good lead for the Clare, but North had a very difficult lead from his hand, and I quite agree with the spade lead only looking at his hand. The only other option was to lead a heart.
Yeah, with the spades sitting as they are, Declare's problems are going to be very minimal because he can pick up the spade suit for one loser. He's got 3 heart tricks, and he can always establish a diamond trick. So at this point, he has 8 tricks easily. Any other lead, I don't know if it would give him any more problems or not. If he has time, he's going to rough. He'll try to rough a couple of diamonds and dummy. He can get over roughed, but all that does is create a 5th spade trick for him to go with his diamond and 3 hearts.
But for me, it's a very complex hand on the lead of the Jack of Hearts. But I expect the Clare is still favorite to survive.
Yeah, maybe he is, but you're right. I think a Jack of Hearts does give greater difficulty because your third heart trick is now not assured.
That was nice spotted by Helgemo. And that's another 7 imps for Monaco.
Right, in the closed room, West chose to open the hand one note trump and played it there. I'm not sure I agree with the one note trump bit in the other room, only because you have a soft hand which would beg for no trump, but you have easy rebids. You have two good suits in spades and diamonds. So I don't see them with one spade being able to handle then everything that partner can throw at you, including 2 clubs and 2 hearts.
On some hands, it can be okay to open 1-0 with a 5-card major, but only if you are in serious trouble with your rebid.
Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. That's why I said West has an easy hand to rebid, and there's no reason for him to open the one note trump, but he chose to do that, and it did not do well for him. The end play for 9 tricks. Very well done.
Nice end play for the 9th trick. And that's very typical for Helgemo Helnes. They have no special funny stuff in their bidding, but they are both extreme good card players and also nice defenders. Of course, I like my old friends, Gaia and Thor, East-West, to win this match. But at the same time, I hope that the 1400 on board 1 will be cancelled, so we still have a match on.
No, otherwise we have a similar start to the last set where Monaco has jumped to a 41-0 lead early on in the set. So North opens one more classic, one no trump here.
I know that the 10 of spade is the standard lead from the east hand, but you have 13 high card points, so you can expect very few high card points by your partner. So it's doubtful if you should use one of your middle cards in spades in the first lead. If you lead spade, you need partner to help you there. So I expect I will have led the 2 of spades. What's your point here, Andy?
Yeah, for a 4-card suit, I would tend to lead the 2 of spades anyway. The 10 or the 9 are just too precious when you have a short suit. You more often than not compress a trick that you can earn by just playing a low spade. From 5 it's fine, but from 4 I think leading 4th best usually works out better. Here it's interesting that Bobby chose to lead a spade back rather than a club back to his hand. He doesn't really want to give away the position of the club suit and make a hard switch easy for East. Of course, he doesn't realize that East has both hard honors there.
But another thing is that the spade lead, he is sure to set up a spade trick.
Right, that's the other
so
point.
So it's very logical. Now Hannes knows that his partner is down to maximum one or two high card points left. I won't be surprised if he plays the king of hearts. I would have expected him to play the 5 of hearts and hoping for the jack in his partner's hand.
And here I'm surprised that Bobby did not unblock the Queen of Hearts, so he could use Jack of Hearts as an introduction. So now he's in the clear here. And the first stamp goes to the U.S. on this board. At the other table, North opened a club, double by East, redouble, 1 heart, and then eventually South bid 2 diamonds, and now it's the end of the auction. So East may just bid one no trump here. He may bid a spade, but I think, yeah, he might just settle for one no trump with the flat hand that he has. If he bids one spade, then West will bid one no trump. Well, interesting raise by North. Yeah, if he gets a heart lead, which he should, they can get a heart trick, a heart rough, and two spades, and looks like a diamond. But I don't see where the sixth trick will come from.
I'll be back with you in a minute. I have to go for a cup of coffee.
Okay, enjoy, Peter. I'll see you when you get back. Good comment by Kit in the write-up section about the lead directing too hard bid by Bobby Levin. So Helmuth makes the right play, the Queen of Hearts, hoping to induce South into believing that North had three hearts. And there's very little reason not to lead a heart back, because if East is void, he's going to be pitching on it anyway, so it doesn't really much matter. And if West is void and North is void, you have to give him the rough immediately. So basically a no loose play for South. The only thing he had to be concerned is what heart to play to give his partner what choice of suits that he wanted led back to him. He led back the Jack of Hearts, which tend to say he wanted the higher of the two suits. This time it was clubs and diamonds, so he wanted a diamond back. And one spec points out Bobby Levin made it even easier. Bobby Levin made it even easier for the heart lead back by playing the 10 of spades at trick one underneath the king of spades to give a suit preference via the trump suit. And that is a good point. You who are starting to learn the game, signals are very important, and they come in all shapes and forms, and that's one of them, using the trump suit as a suit preference is a very popular ploy amongst the top players. So Monaco right now wants nothing but nice flat boards. They just want to coast the rest of the way. They've got a very comfortable, it looks like 91-point lead, and they really just don't want anything to happen at this point. The 91 may only be 77 if board 1 is turned over, if the result is turned.
Hi Andy, I'm back with you with a nice warm cup of coffee. Not cappuccino, but homemade filter coffee.
That's the best type. Here, one of the objections by a lot of people with doubling with the north hand when you have longer spades is partner tends to choose hearts if he has equal length. So here, Weinstein gladly bids 2 hearts over the 1 spade overcall, and now finds himself in a 4-3 situation. And now Hollander mentions to me, and this is really good because I read this book some time ago, and it's a very good reference book for everything you wanted to know about suit preference. Kit Woolsey's book on partnership defense in bridge is an excellent book. Thanks, Al, and thank you, Kit. So the good thing for South is hearts are 3-3, and the ace of spades at least is in the right spot. Other than that, he's got a lot of work. So the first things first, he probably needs to knock out the ace of diamonds immediately.
I don't know about you have discussed that, Andy, when I was away, but I would have passed 3 diamond on the north hand. I know for sure my partner don't have a 5-card heart suit. Then he wouldn't give another option when I have to make a takeout double. So partner is probably 4 hearts and at least 5 diamonds. So in my book, it's clear pass on north hand to 3 diamonds. What's your option?
I think that North put himself in a bind with his double. So I do agree with you. I think South is showing long diamonds and longer diamonds. He's not, I don't think he's 5-5 on this auction. So consequently, I would have probably passed 3 diamonds and hope I don't get doubled and see what happens. Now, we don't know if he doubled because that's a general style to double with that hand, or he doubled because it was the state of the match double.
Oh yes, but okay with a double. But for sure I prefer 4 card in the other. But he has 4-3 in the majors, don't he? No. Oh yes, he had 4-3 in the majors, so the double is okay. But in this bidding, when you know your partner don't have a 5-card heart, and you can be almost sure of that, then your best option should be to pass to 3 diamonds, playing on a 5-2 fit normally, and if you're lucky, a 6-2 fit as here.
Well, your partner passed initially. You don't have 2 diamonds available as a weak bid. So the possibility, but yet he's persisting by bidding hearts and diamonds to the 3 levels. So, you know, he's got some distribution on that thing. I agree with you on passing the 3 diamonds. I'm not arguing that at all, Peter. My general questioning is whether you want to double with a 4-3 hand. I don't mind a double with a 3-4 hand, because if partner's equal length, he's going to choose your lower suit and always find the 4-card suit. But a 4-3 fit just lends itself to too many awkward options.
Oh yes, but you have to bid the hands you are dealt, and you don't every time get the ideal hands. So
I agree.
Every opening hand with 4-3 or 3-4 in the majors, I have no problem in making a takeout double.
Yeah, so you may be right, and you may be, and maybe the thing was that he needed to pass 3 diamonds. Anyway, we noticed the result in the other room was 2 spades was played by West, and that resulted in down 1.
And now East-West will take the next 3 tricks. I expect them on some form of course-off. The best the player can do now is to discard a spade.
Now he has to ruff with the ace of hearts and play a heart to the king. Can he do it then? It's going to be close. Okay. Yeah, that won't do it. So now he'll get overruffed by the 10, and now the ace of diamonds will come back. But that might be okay, because then he can ruff with the king of hearts and lose 1 more trick. So he'll be down 2, looks like.
Down 1 if you're off with the king of hearts, down 2 if you're off low. So now we see the result of board number 1. have been changed. Instead of gaining 1,400, the tournament director have decided the final contract to be 6 hearts, doubled down 2, with 300 for USA, and the minus 14 changed to plus 12. So a swing by the tournament directors on 26 imps. I can't remember have seen a swing of that size by a tournament director's decision. Have you, Andy?
No, the most I've ever seen was 18 that I can think of right off the top of my head. Thing. And what that is bring the match down to a 70-point differential. And Monaco is still leading in this set 16-13 despite that huge swing.
And that's what we have seen throughout the knockout phase of this Bermuda ball, that the Monaco team don't make a lot of two-digit 10s and 13s and so, but they make a lot of 4, 5, 6 imp swing for them. They are very accurate in the bidding on the part scores, and that's where I've seen them gain a lot of imps. And we also see here it's the part score swings which have given them 13 imps.
That's a very good point, Peter. They just play very solid bridge, and when you look at it, you don't think it's spectacular, but it's very accurate and very deadly. Of course, sometimes they will dazzle you with their footwork, with their card playing. They are tremendous card players.
But I can tell you, if you look better on the scorecards by the Monaco team, you'll find a lot of 4, 5 and 6 imps. And I've seen several halves where there have been only very few swings, but still 25-1 for Monaco.
Right. Right.
Very careful by Weinstein not to play the jack of spades. That would have set up a second trump trick for West.
Well, this will be a board that East-West will have a chance to get a pickup in the other room. As we can see, four spades does make. Everything sits well, and the hand that is repping the club is also has queen third of spades. So this should make 4 without a problem. So not much left to this board here, except the shouting. And a chance for some imps to change to swing to towards the U.S., I guess, on this one. And at the other table, they did reach 4 spades, down 1. So the imps actually went to Monaco. The hand did not seem like West in the closed room did not seem like West gave it the full proper play. In the end position, he got stuck on the board. He had to lead a spade back to his hand in order to be able to lead a trump up. He wasted a lot of transportation opportunities. So it just didn't look like West quite gave it as much thought as he should have at that point. Whatever the cause might have been, that was 7 more imps to Monaco, who extends their lead now to 78 imps. So north of the spade stack, decides to double, hoping to have 2 spade tricks along with ace of diamonds and get a trick from partner who overcalled 1 heart. And that might be about all he gets from partner, is one heart. So you'll probably have to negotiate a heart rub in order to make sure the 5 of spades secures the second trick. But you'll get 2 spades, a diamond, and a heart for down 1, and should be 3 imps for north-south.
I see the results have now been changed to 5 heart double -1, and looking into the case and with the information I have now, it looks like a reasonable result. What happened was that North opened 1 club, East pass, South jumped to 2 hearts, and told his partner to the left, it shows hearts. But North told East that 2 hearts shows spades. That explanation was correct. But now East, of course, was confused. If North-South have a massive spade,
Hi, Peter. I think I lost you, or you lost me, one or the other.
okay, I can hear you now. I was about explaining on board number 1, but we can take that later.
Right. I noticed they did change it to 5 instead of 6, and it all had to do with whether the bid was Michael's or not.
Yes, the main problem was that One club, 2 hearts by south. South explains to west, it shows heart. North explains to east, it shows spades, it's a transfer bit. And north was correct. It was south who have made a billing mistake, which created the problems. And the tournament director's ruling was that in that case, it's not likely that north don't bid onto 4 spades. So the cheapest way to get out is north-south playing 5 hearts.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Over the 1 club opening, Fantona Nunes play that all bids on the 2 level shows 10 plus high card point and at least 5 cards in the next suit. So 2 clubs is at least 5 diamonds, 2 hearts is at least 5 spades, and so on.
Well, you can understand the problem, Peter. They're a relatively new partnership, so, you know, they're going to have a few follow-ups like that.
Okay, Andy, yes. But we just have to admit it's very seldom we see mistakes of that kind by Fantona Nunes.
Yeah, those 2 and these 2 here, Hagama and Helmuth, certainly are incredibly fun to watch, and they're sensational as far as I'm concerned. They just play so well, and they have such great composure at the table. Also, they're enjoyable to play against. So 2 diamonds shows diamonds in a major in their system. 2 hearts would be passed and correct by south if the east is passed. I'm trying to phantom what 2 no trump is. It looks almost Lebensol, but I don't see any alert.
And how is 3 diamonds, 2 club losers, 1 heart loser, and 2 spade losers. So it looks like down 1. And how would 3 clubs manage for east-west? There are 5 club tricks, 3 spade tricks, that's 8, and a heart trick, that's 9. So we are talking about 1-2 imps, one way or the other.
This is an interesting portion of the hand right now. Do you try to set up the spade suit here? Do you simply play float the jack of hearts? What do you do here? You know the heart finesse is probably not working, and you know you're losing 2 spade tricks. So do you give up on that and try to set up the spade suit?
You need to.
So he'll duck this, or he should anyway, but he may play the king, who knows. The reason he should duck it is he's playing, the ace is almost certainly on his left, and there's absolutely no reason to give East a second entry via either the jack or the queen of spades. That shows you how much I know. Okay, so now they're going to have 2 entries, and that's really the whole problem. They'll have a second entry to get it right. Hilgamo did not need a second entry. Now they'll shift to a heart here and cash out. Now, if you didn't shift to a heart, he still has time because he can get in with a jack of spades now.
Yes, and the Claire can't avoid the hard loser.
Yeah, that's why I thought he might have ducked the king of spades, playing West to have the ace on the hand. So here, whether he returns the jack of diamonds or a spade or a heart, it's still going to be down 1 because South doesn't have enough trump to take care of everything.
Okay, I'm back with you, Andy. I was away just discussing the ruling on board number 1, and the people I've talked with agree that it looks like a very fair ruling, which not likely to be appealed.
Oh, that's good. As long as everybody agrees it's fair, then at least they'll be happy, maybe not happy with the actual result. And right now, it shouldn't bother Monaco too much. It really hasn't affected the score, their overall score at all. So we see the huge hard fit that North-South have. And it looks like they have a diamond and spade loser, so 5 hearts is about the par result for the hand. They'll probably get to 4 hearts. Now North may be good enough to bid 4 diamonds here, because he has great controls outside of his own suit, and he has great heart support.
There was much more fun in the bidding in the closed room, where Cognac and West open. 3 clubs, 6 Jack and clubs, and kings in both majors, but on the standing in the match, I understand very well that he tried to make a swing here. And the bidding was 3 clubs, passed by North, 3 no by East, pass. And now North came to live with a double. East 9 and 4 clubs, and 4 hard by South ended the bidding.
On auction, and they actually held them to 4 hearts on the hand. But I'm not surprised at the 3 club opener by West. I've seen them open similar 3-level minor suit preempts with similar holdings. I mean, they appear not to have any general regard for the quality or the texture or the length of the suit that they opened at the 3-level. Now, in fairness to them, that's always said with a vulnerability in their favor.
So far up to 3 spades, I understand the bidding, but when North have, 3 spades must be a cupid, and if 3 spades is a cupid, North should follow up with 4 club cupid. But okay.
As we can see, it's not a very good slam. You not only need the heart king on side, but you would need the club king on side as well.
In the closed room, the lead was also a diamond to the S, another diamond to the king. And now South, after the bidding, very sensible, took the club finish to the queen and lost to the king. And when spade back, he was forced to take the S of spade, play hard to the S, and discard his spade on
the queen of clubs.
The S of clubs.
Right. It was really a no-cost play for him taking the club hook. See,
No,
he might have
but
been
taking the club.
Surprised. He might have been a little surprised that it lost, but that's about it.
Oh yes, but after taking the club finesse, he couldn't afford the heart finesse.
Right, right. And that's how they lost one up on the board. So, actually, Levin Weinstein wished this was a border match event. They would be winning 5-4 at this point. This is another hand they're not going to get rich on. They can get poor if they get to 6 spades. Very good result achieved in the close room. When you look at the spade suit, to bring it in for one loser is not too bad. The Jack of Diamonds falls. Spade suited can be brought in for one loser. So all in all, a good hand for North-South.
There's a very nice way out for the player. On a very unlucky day, when I play robber in the club, I have 2 spade losers and 2 club losers. And as we see, the diamonds come in with no problem, so 10 or 11 tricks from the top. And West is almost end plate now. And when he realizes that, he will probably return the jack of spades.
Yeah, there's nothing very appealing about anything in that hand at this point. So the main thing he wants to do is not blow any tricks that his partner might have, and at the same time he wants to protect the king of clubs.
And you see I have a direct line to Gaia. He just followed my advice.
He's getting tired, and he decided it was a little bit less thinking, and he'll just listen to what you tell him, Peter.
They have finished play in the closed room. It's very unusually 19 out of 20 times the table with Helge Mohelnes will finish 2 or 3 boards ahead of their teammates.
Maybe they rushed so they could go back to the hotel room and go over their notes to make sure they don't make the same mistake in the next round.
So, be a little more gentle, Andy. It's easy to hit on a man who lay on the floor.
No, it's too much fun when things like that happen, because they happen to us all the time. But you expected to be a great rarity amongst these players because they are just so solid. You know, their main strength is the fact they make very few errors.
Yes, I know that's your opinion, and I just continue your small joking, because it is seldom, but it proved one thing. Even the top stars in bridge are human.
Oh, sure. We've seen, we remember the incidents. We remember people in the spin goal going to 7 of a minor, missing the ace of trump. I think Bobby and Steve had an accident, and I forgot which tournament it was, but they ended up playing their 1-1 fit at the 5 level or something, and it was a major event. It was like a spin goal or something. So we all have had our share of mistakes, and so have these guys. They just don't make them that often, and when they do, everybody takes note of them. So Karen, who's still awake, says this will be an easy push. The Gold Rush tournament must be over in Vegas now. So an interesting contract reached in the closed room by East-West. The reason it's interesting is they got the game with very little prodding from the opponents.
Oh yes, but four spades is not so bad. Just change the 8 of spades to the 10 of spades, and I think it's making. So close.
So you're saying Peter Hagamo didn't have his bid because he didn't have the 10 of spades?
Come again, Andy.
I was saying, so you thought Hagamo did not have his bid because he did not have the 10 of spades. He only had the 8.
Yes, that's the problem. But as you see, if you give either East or West the 10 of spades, then one spade loser, one diamond loser, and one club loser. And reasonably simple play. Diamond to off, club to yes, spade finesse, whatever come back, you're off a heart, take the second finesse, and claim 10 tricks. So close is the game. So even on small values, it's a very fair game.
No, I agree with you. It's a fair game. Now, if I was going to tease Hagamo for not having a 10 of spades, I should probably now get on South's case for not doubling with the 10 of spades.
Careful.
Gotta be fair. Gotta be fair to both sides, Peter.
Let's have a closer look. Diamond now to off. Club to yes. Spade to finesse the 9 and 10. Now South can give his partner a club off, yes. So probably what you have to do is diamond to off, S of heart, off a heart, play a spade to a 9, losing to a 10. South will play a club back to the S. Now you take out the things and make the contract if you guess the clubs. So that double would not be the best double you have made in your life.
Well, seeing as I don't see anything remotely close to a double by South, I have to agree with you, Peter.
So down 3 in the closed room, and it could be made. I'm absolutely not sure that Helnes will make this one, but there are some chances.
Well, so basically what you want to do is you want to control your losses to 2 spades and what? And a diamond, right?
Yes.
So when you play a club up to the ace and the queen falls, then you have to go along the restricted choice lines of what to do with the club suit. If you can bring the club suit home, then you can basically play the ace of spades and a spade and hope for 3-2 spades, and you want to rough one heart in there. If you bring a club suit home, you don't have to worry about roughing anything.
But as you see, so it's dummy. A hand is fold, is fallen. My winning line is to off a heart. And now going to finesse. Probably on a spade to 9. And it suggested that a club shift from south to the S and queen from north would beat the contract. That's wrong, because now the player can play S of spade and another spade.
Right, I was going to say, if you get that, you'll play ace of spades and a spade, and you just have to work on picking up the club suit.
What happened in the closed room was that we have exact the same start as here. Now spade 9 and spade 10. And in now south switch to a small club, which the player decided to let on to the queen. And now the hand broke. Fall apart from him.
Yeah, the king of diamonds forced the additional tap, and now he clubbed back, and he was able to rough and another diamond back. Now it's just too much for him to handle.
But now he's in trouble. Diamond now, rough and over roughed, and hard back. No. No, that he still can make it.
Well, now club back, he has to win the ace on the board. How does he get back to his hand?
Another diamond rough.
Another diamond rough. Okay, actually, a rough.
Now you only have the 10 left. But if South over off and play club to the ace, diamond to off and taking queen of hearts and have total count on the north with 6 diamonds. He have seen 4 hearts. He have seen 2 spades. So now he knows for sure it's a singleton. I see that Karen Allison, among the written commentators, now agreed with me that Helms is top favorite to make the contract.
Well, I think you pointed out the main problem in the closed room was that South Declare allowed North get in with the Queen of Clubs to continue to punch him out in diamonds. Okay, something happened again. One of the problems we've been having here is the play sometimes freezes up and we don't know what exactly happened. So he looks like he did go down.
I can tell you what happened. Helms get exact count. He get exact count, and I have to admit he played with odds because he get exact count that the clubs were 4-1 with a singleton in North. So he has
He played 2-1 odds.
Yes.
Yeah,
North have a singleton. It could be Queen, Jack, or 3 small, and it was a 3-2 odds that the singleton in North hand was a small club.
Well, fair enough. Anyway, even with that, his accurate play gained him 3 F. And so not a rousing session. Monaco has been able to stretch their lead a little bit so far. With 2 boards, they've gained 9 more imps on the overall score. This one looks like pretty much a push. 4 spades does not look like it's going to be a lot of trouble. With a diamond lead, you lose a diamond and a heart. And now they lost they only made 4 in the other one. So that's maybe a 1 imp. Well, it seems a little careless. Apparently, West decided to pull 3 rounds of trumps in hand, so he had no entry to dummy to be able to take his club hook. That's how he ended up with making 4. Now, to be fair, his line of play was catered to a 4-1 spade break. He didn't want to lose a spade, a heart, a club, and a diamond on his hand. So he conceded the club just to assure his contract. So we come to the final board. Peter, it's been enjoyed.
Okay, we are up to the final board. I thank you, Andy.
It's always a pleasure, and I see I want to thank Karen and also. So thanks to Peter Friedland, to Karen Allison, and to Richard for joining us.
Yes, and thank you, Andy, for joining me here. I liked the comment with you, and I was very lucky to find you. You were playing in a tournament, but were ready to come here and help me, listeners who were accurate. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Peter. That's right. It's always fun doing this with you, and for me, it's just a pleasure doing these things at Bridge, and also to the techs who are out here who give me all the intake and everything else. Thank you, everybody. So, whether the U.S. continues after this or not, we don't know. They're 77 down with 16 boards. That's a huge task to undertake. They may still want to play one more set before they call it quits.
We only have one set left.
Right. So whether they play or not, we won't know. 70 and 16 boards is a bit tough.
Yes, but I would expect them to come out. These guys are not the quitter type. I think they will come out and play their chance. The odds are small, but I'm almost sure we'll see them for the sixth segment also.
Well, I tell you, if there's Ollie at this hour, we would congratulate Monaco team. Go do it. But I agree with you, Peter. I think they will do whatever they can to see create some swings.
And this for sure will be a plus spot for US.
Don't do it so fast here. I saw their defense on the last one. Levin has some very tough choices here, and he took the right way on that one board that they only set one, but it's been very tough for them this set, and a lot of it has to be attributed as to the play of Hogamo held extremely well.
And now, North, with his 3 hearts, can signal what he likes South to lead. And the small heart asks South to lead a club.
Right.
Which is impossible for South.
So the next closest thing is a diamond. And your namesake in there is 66 by 3.
Oh yes. And if they beat, they and 28, 27,
Right.
that'll be win. But the first win segments.
North South pair either there. So the fact that they're having so much trouble just gives more credence to how well oiled the East-West partnership is. Okay, he didn't heed the signal, or he was looking for a club, couldn't find one. Now the timing goes in the favor of Helmuth, who will be able to set up the heart suit because he has 2 entries now, or set up an extra trick with the heart suit anyway.
So only down 2 and a swing of 5.
So now Steve knows the spade situation, knows that Helmuth has king-queen tight, and he'll be able to pitch a spade. Well, this blows his timing now. So we're back down to 3. So here Helmuth may very well take the ace of clubs, spade to the queen, and lead a diamond to end play Weinstein.
So again, only down 2. That was a little bit sloppy.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy. So back to 11 and the 1 imp that you're talking about. Peter, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.